You might think Lisa Jakub disappeared from public life after Mrs. Doubtfire, but that's not entirely the case. From starting non-profit organizations to writing memoirs, she's managed to stay very busy. The 90s proved to be an eventful decade for Lisa Jakub, with her most notable role in Mrs. Doubtfire coming in 1993. 14-year-old Jakub continued to act in a few made-for-TV movies well after the film's release. Her next major role came in the 1996 sci-fi blockbuster Independence Day. Jakub played Alicia Case, the teenage daughter of Vietnam veteran Russell Case. Nearly 3 decades later, Jakub still looks back on this role with fondness. So much so, she took to Instagram every year on Independence Day to celebrate the holiday and take a trip down memory lane with her fans. In July of 2025, she included a screenshot of herself in the film, writing in the caption, "29 years ago, still really damn worried about what's out there." Despite her early success, Jakub had her personal gripes about the acting industry. Sure, her career saw her work alongside the likes of Robin Williams in his prime and Fran Drescher in The Beautician and the Beast, but as she grew up, Jakub found that her desire to act started to fade. During a 2021 interview with Dork Daily, Jakub said this realization led her to retire in her 20s. She said,
"I wasn't passionate about being an actor. I didn't feel like I was doing what I was meant to be doing."
Alongside a long-standing battle with anxiety and depression, Jakub sought fulfillment in her life that acting couldn't provide. This was still the case in the years that followed. When asked about a potential acting return in a 2018 video on her YouTube channel, Jakub firmly rejected the possibility, stating,
"I cannot imagine under what circumstances I would want to go back to being an actor."
Despite gradually stepping away from acting, Jakub remained grateful for the life she had once known, especially the unique on-set experiences and the relationships she had formed. After all, it was through acting that she got to meet Hollywood theatre manager Jeremy Jones, who was initially a friend. As she described in her personal blog in 2014, she started dating Jones after 5 years of friendship. While recalling their earlier days as a new couple, Jakub described a trip to Italy as a full-circle moment for the two. While showcasing her short film Day After Day at the Cannes Film Festival in 2001, the two made their way to Italy. In awe of the country's romantic atmosphere, Jones suggested they should have their wedding there if they were ever to get married. Fast forward to 2005, and the two returned to Italy for their wedding. In June, Jakub took to Instagram to celebrate the 20th anniversary of this occasion with her life partner, writing in the caption, "20 years ago today, we were in Italy with 25 of our favourite people, so I could marry my ex-boyfriend's roommate, and what an incredible 20 years it's been. Thank you for this adventure, Jay. Let's do more of this, please." After leaving the acting industry, Jakub dedicated a ton of time to self-discovery.
Then you realize, like, oh, I actually don't have to take that well-worn path. I can veer off, and it can be really valid.
She relocated to Virginia and attended college, where her new identity began to grow. In addition to this, Jakub found solace in writing, which prompted her to start her own personal blog in 2013. Jakub's blog allowed her fans to gain insight into various aspects of her life. One blog post recounted her first experience being invited as a public speaker, where she spoke about her experience in the entertainment industry with a group of high school students. Jakub wrote, "My knee-jerk reaction to this request was no. It was expletive no, actually. I can't do that. I'm not good at public speaking, and I would be nervous and uncool, and I'd just have to be, my authentic self." Despite her initial disdain for public speaking, this venture eventually became a newfound passion of hers. As a keynote speaker, Jakub delivered presentations at numerous events, sharing her unique journey as an actor and her long-standing experience with mental health. Through these speaking engagements, Jakub aimed to inspire attendees to discover their own authentic paths. Writing became a strong outlet for Jakub as she rebuilt her life away from acting. This transition wasn't easy, and it came with many assumptions about her reasons for stepping away. However, as she explained in her 2015 memoir, You Look Like That Girl, she also thought that many could identify with her story. She explained to Martini Productions, "I think probably a lot of people can relate to that idea of maybe feeling like they're doing something out of momentum. They're doing something because they've been doing it for a really long time, but maybe it's not what they really want to do with the rest of their life."
And that can be a very exciting and very scary moment.
Her vulnerability was met with exceptional praise, which kick-started a prolific writing career.
I loved writing. That had always been something really important to me.
She found similar success with her 2017 book, Not Just Me, Anxiety, Depression, and Learning to Embrace Your Weird, which centered on her hidden struggles with mental health. In her 2017 interview with Deborah Kalb, Jakub shared that she wrote the book in hopes of connecting with others facing similar issues. She said, So many people are struggling silently. There is no need for shame, and I hope that with Not Just Me, I'm doing something to help ditch the stigma around these common issues. In 2018, Jakub reunited with her Mrs. Doubtfire co-stars, Matthew Lawrence, Mara Wilson, and Pierce Brosnan, for an exclusive interview with Today celebrating the film's 25th anniversary.
Hello! Ah!
During the interview with Gadi Schwartz, the cast discussed the significance of the film and shared personal memories of their time on set. Their appreciation for their late co-star Robin Williams was apparent as each of them unveiled the impact he had on their lives. In the interview, Jakub spoke about Williams' attempt to use his influence to prevent her from being kicked out of high school due to her filming obligations. She explained,
This was a really special movie for a lot of reasons, and the bond, I think, was something that really came through.
Jakub, Lawrence, and Wilson publicly reconnected again for the first annual 90s Con in 2022, and on Lawrence's Brotherly Love podcast in 2024. After leaving Hollywood, Jakub became a huge advocate for changing the stigma around mental health. By sharing her personal journey at seminars and in online blogs, she found solace in using her story to uplift anyone who struggled with anxiety and depression. One of the ways she began to do so was through her YouTube channel, where she frequently speaks candidly about mental health. She eventually transformed her channel into a hub for potential practices that could be beneficial for one's mental health, such as meditation and yoga. In fact, these became practices she swore by as early as 2017. At the time, she uploaded a glimpse into a home yoga session with her dog, Olive, with the title, "I think we should start teaching online classes." Indeed, within the next few years, she uploaded a number of guided yoga sessions for her subscribers to use for their own mindfulness routines. The same can be said for meditation, as the practice has since become a major topic on her YouTube channel. Along with sharing meditation tips, she uploaded guided meditations as early as 2020, focusing on specific topics such as practicing forgiveness, appreciating self-worth, and overall empowerment. For Jakub, a lot of inspiration came on the back end of her second book, Not Just Me, Anxiety, Depression, and Learning to Embrace Your Weird. As public speaking became an avenue for her to explore, she found it necessary to speak on her mental health struggles and how these challenges should lead to empowerment instead of disdain.
I have dealt with depression and I have anxiety.
This caused her to adopt the phrase, "embrace your weird," which is a mantra she uses to remind herself and others that their uniqueness is their superpower. Not only did this become a lifelong motto for Jakub, but it also became the title of her 2018 podcast. Similar to her YouTube channel, Jakub's podcast discussed all things related to mental health. After explaining her backstory as a child actor on the first episode of Embrace Your Weird, Jakub's vulnerability came through as she covered a wide array of mental health topics like perfectionism, performance anxiety, and the harsh effects of overworking ourselves. She often brought on multiple guests, ranging from her husband to Air Force veterans, to share their unique stories regarding mental health.
I want mental wellness to be accessible.
The podcast proved to be a success for the better part of 3 years. However, with the last upload being in 2021, it seems that Jakub has since put aside her podcasting career for other notable ventures. In addition to writing, Jakub adopted a passion for public speaking. While her initial stint saw her speak to high school students about her history as a child actor, her career proved more fruitful as she was introduced to people from other walks of life who struggled with anxiety and depression. In her Speaker Sizzle reel for APB Speakers in 2024, Jakub described meeting veterans who faced mental challenges in their day-to-day. According to the former Mrs. Doubtfire actor, this ultimately flipped a light bulb in her head. She said, "One day in 2016, I was invited to come and speak to a group of military veterans. I found another group of people that really missed the camaraderie of their old jobs, and I knew I had found my purpose."
I help people feel less alone.
An online organisation she founded in 2021 that serves as a hub for all things related to mental health, Jakub honed in on this specific community with Mission Flexible in 2022. According to the website, the mission is to provide veterans with mental wellness practices and resources to support their overall well-being. Similar to Jakub's YouTube channel, the organisation offers various retreats for veterans to thrive in a well-suited community, using mindfulness methods like meditation, therapeutic writing, and yoga to help with symptoms of anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress. Since leaving the acting industry, Jakub has led a life that prioritises both her physical and mental health. This includes her personal choice to stop drinking, which ultimately led to an alcohol-free lifestyle. In what she described as an unexpected turn of events in a blog post on Substack, she also decided to start running, which she noted is an activity her body isn't naturally talented at. Nonetheless, the former child actor has always had an affinity for attending running events, as she's close to many people who enjoy this hobby. Her personal journey as a runner initially consisted of utilizing the zombie apocalypse method, where she sprints full out for 30 seconds, walks for 2 minutes, then repeats for 20 minutes. While running was seemingly just an extra step in her fitness routine that proved to be beneficial, Jakub took to Instagram in September 2025 to share an incredible milestone with her followers. She wrote, "My first running event, 4 miles with 1,600 plus badass women. What an incredible day. I've only been running for a couple of months, but it's an important experience to be a beginner at something. I'm learning so much."